Imagine you're going about your day and a random stranger asks, "Sorry to bother you, but you smell so good. What are you wearing?" Later in the day, you're at work and your coworker passes you and says, "Okay, I have to ask, how do you always smell so amazing?" If you want to be known as the girl who always looks clean and smells incredible, this routine is for you. You don't need a lot, you don't need a million fancy products. If I can just inspire you with this video to integrate your own hygiene routine that works for you, my work here is done. And trust me, you're gonna feel so good about yourself once you stick to a routine like this. First, we're gonna start with the basics, and by that I mean oral hygiene. And we all know oral hygiene is important not only for your appearance and smell, but for your health. Did you know that your mouth health is directly linked to your gut? Crazy, right? So we gotta keep this bad boy clean, and I'm gonna teach you how. It might seem basic, but some of us aren't actually taught all the important steps of oral hygiene. Some of us only know how to brush our teeth once or twice a day, and that's pretty much it. But there's so much more to oral hygiene than that. I don't know about you, but I personally cannot stand the idea of myself having bad breath when I'm talking to anyone. Honestly, I give myself the ick just thinking about that, so I want to make sure that never happens. So I'm going to start with your nighttime oral hygiene routine, which should always start with flossing. Flossing is pretty straightforward, and I know a lot of people skip this step, but trust me, you don't want to do that. Sometimes, even when I feel like my teeth are really clean, and then I go in and floss, and a bunch of food comes out, which is gross, but goes to show that you never know what may be hiding in there. And you don't want to leave that in your mouth because not only is that horrible for your teeth, obviously, but people can smell it. Maybe that sounds extreme, but when you're standing close to someone, you can totally smell when someone hasn't flossed their teeth because brushing just can't get rid of everything. So make sure you floss. I hate to sound like your dentist, but trust me, you'll feel good about yourself. The next step I'll say is more optional but might surprise you, but this is where we actually want to go in with an anti-cavity mouthwash. A lot of dentists recommend you mouthwash before brushing because after brushing, you need to let the more concentrated fluoride of the toothpaste stay on your teeth, and this kind of helps to rinse out any loose food particles from after flossing as well. Next, we want to brush our teeth. Again, pretty straightforward. You just need to make sure you're getting all the surfaces of your teeth, including the back of your teeth. This is why I really recommend getting an electric toothbrush. If you haven't already, get on that, girl, because it makes cleaning the back of your teeth and your back molars just so much easier. My teeth literally feel so much cleaner when I'm using an electric toothbrush. Getting a good scrub on all the surfaces of your teeth should take about 2 minutes. And again, don't rinse after brushing. I know when I first started doing this, I was like, ew, I hate this feeling. But trust me, you get used to it. And it's not too bad because you're probably just going to sleep after. And that is your nighttime oral hygiene routine. Now for the morning. Now, if you're doing all the steps I said in the nighttime routine, theoretically your breath shouldn't smell that bad at all, but it still happens. There's no shame about it. So we want to make sure that first thing in the morning, we're getting rid of any ounce of bad breath so that when we go to work, go to talk to people in the morning, we can feel confident that we smell great. So first step in the morning is to brush your teeth and make sure you're really getting in there, and make sure you brush your tongue as well, and probably the roof of your mouth too. And you want to get rid of everything on your tongue because the bacteria on the tongue is what leads to bad breath most of the time. And afterwards, you want to rinse with a mouthwash. And I swear by TheraBreath for this step. I literally will not use any other mouthwash. I freaking love this one. It's simply just the best mouthwash ever for fighting bad breath. It doesn't sting at all, which I hate when mouthwashes are full of alcohol or whatever chemicals that just sting so badly. This flavor specifically is very mild, so it just feels like a water rinse almost. And it's that simple. That is my oral hygiene routine. Next up, I'm gonna be walking you gals through skincare basics. I'm not gonna be telling you that you need a 10 or 20 step skincare routine because you do not need that at all. And if you have sensitive skin like myself, it can really do more harm than good for both your skin and your wallet. So there are 5 essential steps that you need every day. The 5 essentials that you need are an oil cleanser, a water-based cleanser, a moisturizer, a sunscreen, and a lip balm or a lip mask or whatever you want. These are the essentials, okay? If you want to add a treatment step, absolutely, I love that, but it would totally depend on the needs of your skin. So for my evening routine, I first go in with my Hada Labo oil cleanser. You want to oil cleanse on a dry face and massage the oil in for about a minute. You can take your time with this as well and kind of treat it like a facial massage, really getting into the self-care mood here. After, you want to use a little bit of water to emulsify this and then rinse it out. Then you want to go in with an oil-based cleanser. I'm currently using the Haru Wonder Black Rice Cleanser. I love this one because it deeply cleanses your face without being too stripping. Next, I like to go in with a skincare treatment. This step is, of course, optional, like I mentioned. My absolute favorite skincare treatment ingredient is niacinamide, so I tend to go for products that have this as the star ingredients. I absolutely love the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Serum. Look, I have super sensitive acne-prone skin, and I always hear that sensitive skin girlies should not use products with fragrance, but I truly believe that product formulation matters way more than the actual ingredients listed, because my skin loves this Glow Recipe niacinamide more than any other fragrance-free niacinamide that's cheaper, and those ones would actually be too harsh and break me out because the concentration of the niacinamide is at like 10%, which is honestly too high. So my best advice is just try what works for you, but coming from an oily skinned, acne prone girly, I love this product. Another love of mine is the Beauty of Joseon Niacinamide and Propolis. This is a good, cheaper alternative to the Glow Recipe one. And the last serum I have in my collection is the Estee Lauder Night Repair Serum. This one is more targeted towards anti-aging, so I only use this one once in a while. Next, I go in with my Beauty of Joseon Dynasty Cream. I love this because it hydrates well and it has a lot of good ingredients in it, like rice bran water, ginseng root water, and squalane. And last, I go in with none other than my Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I just love this product. I think it lives up to the hype, truly. And it smells so yummy. I love this one. It smells like sweets and candy. So good. In the morning, I honestly just wash my face with water because I just don't feel the need to go in with such harsh cleansers when I just did such a deep clean the night before. So I just go straight in, I splash my face, dry it, and then go in with sunscreen. My current favorite is this one by Isntree. It's super lightweight, doesn't feel like a sunscreen, and has a gorgeous skin-like finish and doesn't sting the eyes at all. Then after this, I go in with lip balm, and that is literally it for my morning skincare routine. For skincare products, I'm always going to advocate for Korean and Japanese products because you truly just get the best bang for your buck. I mean, everyone knows that Korean and Japanese skincare is just way ahead of the game, like light years ahead. And you don't have to spend $50 to $80 on one product like you would at Sephora. Like some of these brands, the amount they're charging for like a singular moisturizer is crazy. And while I'm sure they're great products, I'm just personally not going to spend $90 Canadian dollars on one Drunk Elephant product or one product from Youth to the People. Like, it's too much for me right now, like, out of my tax bracket. I order all of my skincare from Stylevana as well, not sponsored, but it's just cheaper to buy from them than from the Asian beauty supply stores that are near me in Toronto. Up next, I'm going to be talking about hair hygiene. When washing your hair, you might have heard before, you always want to double cleanse your scalp because our scalps get very oily, they get a lot of product and dirt buildup, and they can cause a lot of problems when we have a lot of buildup up there. It can even impact your hair growth if that's something that you're aiming for. If you're trying to grow that long, healthy hair, which is me, I'm trying to grow my hair out super long right now, not having a clean scalp can actually impact that. So for this, it's pretty simple. You just need to make sure you're either using a clarifying shampoo about once a week, or you're regularly shampooing with a shampoo that has sulfates. And you might have heard a lot of fear mongering around sulfates, but that's what it is just fear mongering. If you have an oily scalp like me and you use any products in your hair, absolutely do not be afraid of sulfates. They're super useful for actually getting a good clean on your hair. Abby Young talks a lot about this on her channel, and she has gorgeous hair and has done the research to back everything as well. When it comes to choosing the right shampoo, it's completely up to you because everyone's hair is just so different. Especially if you have curly hair, thin hair, thick hair, your favorite shampoo will definitely differ from someone who has a completely different hair type. For me, I have medium to thick straight hair that gets oily at the scalp very quickly, so I wash my hair every other day. You want to wash your hair whenever it gets oily basically, so if you're someone whose hair doesn't get oily until about the 5th day, then 1, I'm super jealous of you, and 2, you should then be washing every 5 days. Don't just wash your hair every other day because I am. And if you're someone whose hair gets oily every day, you should wash it every day or every other day. But if it's getting oily literally every day, you should probably look into getting a different shampoo, because the reason it might be getting oily so fast is because you're actually not getting a proper cleanse on your hair. The shampoos that I'm currently using are the Necessaire shampoo and the Dove shampoo. I've tried so many shampoos before, both drugstore and high-end, and honestly, I love drugstore shampoos. I'm definitely price conscious when it comes to buying shampoo, but even disregarding price, I would still choose drugstore options over many high-end options. I love Dove. I'm a Dove fan till the day I die. I love their shampoos. They clean my hair so well without drying it out too much. It smells great and it's affordable as well. Abby Young also loves this Dove shampoo. I got it because of her, and then I realized that I used to use Dove when I was a kid and my hair was actually way healthier and wouldn't get oily as quickly as when I switched over to many high-end shampoos, and it also smells amazing. After shampooing, you want to go in with a conditioning treatment. This is the conditioner that I'm currently using, but in all transparency, I'm only using it because it came in a set. And normally I love using drugstore L'Oreal hair masks as my conditioner, like holy grail. I love these hair masks because they make my hair so soft and smooth, and they're affordable, which I love. After my shower, I love to go in with a leave-in conditioner and hair oil for my ends. Right now I'm using both from Moroccan Oil because I love the smell of these ones, but I really think for leave-in conditioners and hair oils, you can really use whatever brand you like. A lot of brands make good ones. It's kind of hard to go wrong in this category, in my opinion. Now, big struggle of mine, I will admit, when it comes to tackling greasy hair on non-wash days, because truthfully, I'm just a greasy hair girly. That's who I am inside. But if you don't want to look it on the outside, I have a few tips. Obviously, dry shampoo is a good option. I always make sure I have dry shampoo on hand because my roots just get oily that quickly. However, what I love more than dry shampoo is, say I'm on day 2 and I'm not washing my hair today, but I want to go out and look amazing. The front strands of my hair always get greasier faster than the rest of my hair. I simply just give it a quick shampoo and blow dry right in the sink, and it literally takes 1 minute and my overall hair just looks so much fresher. This is definitely a hack for the girls who have bangs or curtain bangs or longer bangs like I do, which always tend to get greasy faster than the rest of your hair. Alright, so I heard you girls needed some tips for down there, and I got you covered. For cleansing her, we would need to keep it super simple. Dove sensitive skin, the bar is a must. None of that scented stuff. We need to keep it super clean and simple. I made the mistake of switching to a scented soap, and I would kind of just wash my whole body, like not really care, kind of just wash everywhere with it, and that was a mistake, let me tell you. Yeast infection galore. Yeah, I definitely had to switch back to my Dove unscented soap, and because I like to wash my body with a scented body wash, I just go in with the rest of my body with my regular body wash, and then down there I switch to the Dove. And you don't want to be washing inside, just around it, okay? And you're literally good to go. If you're going in there and shaving as well, the Dove sensitive skin bar soap works wonders. I literally just use that as well. You don't need any fancy shaving cream, like literally go in with the Dove soap. Make sure your hair's at an appropriate length to shave and just get right in there. And because the Dove soap isn't stripping or anything, like it doesn't cause any problems for me, and it works perfectly. For body care, this might be really controversial, but I don't use a loofah. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but for me, I just don't use one. But if you do, make sure you're replacing that bad boy at least like once every couple weeks, because like bacteria central on a loofah, it's like it's always like wet, and so It's bacteria is obviously gonna grow on that. Yeah, but for me, I don't think it's necessary at all. Like when you wash your hands, you're not going in with a loofah and scrubbing it. Like you're just washing and it's clean. Like you're still clean without a loofah, okay? But I do exfoliate once a week. I use this Dove exfoliator, this scrub. It smells really good, like white rice and peaches. And I literally just will exfoliate my arms and my legs and the rest of my body if I'm feeling like it, but it's mostly my arms and legs that need more exfoliation. Make sure you're washing your body every day and then go in after and moisturize with your favorite scented lotion if you want to smell amazing. I'm using this one that I got from Urban Outfitters, which I love because one, the packaging is adorable and it's this pink buttery lotion and it smells so good. This one literally smells like the Miss Dior perfume, okay? So florally and clean, I love it. It's good to use a body lotion that matches the vibe of the perfume that you're going for. Not perfectly, of course, it doesn't have to be like the same brand or whatever, but you just want the vibes to match, you know? And lastly, for the underarms, I go in with this Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7%. I pat this under my arms after I shower, and it really helps with correcting discoloration, and it also really helps with the smell. And the deodorant that I use, I just go in with this Dove deodorant. I love the smell of this one, and I find that Dove deodorants work really well for me. Again, not sponsored by Dove, I just honestly love their products. And last but not least, my favorite part, of course, is perfume. I love perfumes. You can really tell someone's character by the perfume that they're wearing. I really believe that. So for me, I love florally and clean smells. I also love a perfume with some complexity and a bit of sexiness to it. Love that shit. I believe that everyone needs at least 3 perfumes in their collection. An everyday basic one that you can wear to the office, wear anywhere. One sexy nighttime scent for date nights or going to the club or whatever. And then one fancier scent for just events when you want to feel more elevated. It doesn't even have to be an occasion, just when you're like, I'm gonna be extra dressed up today, I'm gonna wear this fragrance. My favorites in my collection right now are the Caroline Herrera Good Girl Blush. This is like a more florally and soft version of Good Girl, and it smells really clean and more daytime than the original. I love a fresh cologne from Jo Malone. Ooh, I didn't even try to make that rhyme, but I did. The one I have is English Pear and Freesia, which I've had for so long and I still love. It's extremely fresh and sophisticated. Don't sleep on the fragrances from Urban Outfitters. Let me tell you, they do high-end fragrances really well, and most of them smell super clean and good. This one is called Fleur de Blonde, and even though it's only a $30 perfume, it's my boyfriend's all-time favorite perfume on me, and I think it smells like a Glossier You dupe, but it kind of has its own florally spin to it. I also love this one. It's like a milky fragrance. It smells like pure coconuts and milk. It smells literally amazing. I absolutely love that one. And of course, I have to show you the Vaseline hack. So if you just apply a thin layer of Vaseline to your skin and spray perfume over it, it can really help to increase the longevity of the fragrance. Now, the number of sprays you do completely depends on the fragrance you're using and the strength. I tend to do anywhere between 3 to 5 sprays for most fragrances. I do the inside of the neck, inside of the wrists, and usually one like over my chest on my shirt. And that's it, you guys. That is my detailed hygiene routine to keep you feeling clean, fresh, and confident every single day. Drop some comments if you have your own hygiene hacks. I would love to read your guys' hacks or also your favorite fragrances or products that you use. I'm always open to discovering new gems. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!